The next one, also one that we normally, don't do because we always do number one and number two or number three and the popular ones. But this is very interesting to look at number three, Opus 25, number three. Again, the looks don't say much because what we see is a little bit of that shape. But what's going on here, again, the interval goes to the left. The rotation is not from here to here, but actually from the left to the right. It's a single, very small. And then it's a double. And then we have a leap. So very important to make sure that this really sends us, that we don't finish here. Very often this is how people come because they see the three-note group, and they end there. Where there's no ending here, this has to send us. It can be leggero, it can be what you want, what color you want, but it has to send us to where we're going. And when it's a larger distance, it has to be more actively going to the right in order to send us to the left. Once you taste of that feeling of what it's like to be thrown and not to have to reach, not have to move ourselves and get tired, you really discover freedom and security. So here we are, sending us here, and this is the shape. Little under, a little over. This is how it works here. So the look of it is this, but underneath, if the rotation, you don't see my rotation. It's very there in a small amount, then it positions everything in the right way. So again, the looks don't tell us what's actually there. Very important to realize that. Or you will not be probably sitting there and wondering what do I have here that can teach me to do something better than what I do now. Left hand is the same. It's to the right, going to the left, and to the left. And even though it has a slur that tells you, he wants you to sound legato, physically you can't connect. So you let go a little bit, there's having the rotation there, like this, and sending you back, single rotation, sending you in, coming out again. Very important to realize that there's a lot of motion, small motion going on all the time, whether it's slow or fast tempo. That the music can sound, very quiet. Things seem to be very much, nothing sometimes nothing that happens very dramatically, but physically we have to always be aware of where we're going and what we're doing. So this is, if there's any question on that or the one before, please let me know, otherwise I'll move ahead.
Any question? Oh yes, lots of questions, Anthony. Oh, sorry, Rick. Edna, which measure, Rick? Oh, so in the first measure, do you do 5/5 in the left hand?
I do actually. That's the question. I do 1/4 to 2 and then 5. My edition says 2, and I guess maybe they want to create a legato. I don't know, because to go from 3 to 2 is very stretchy. To go to 1, from 1 to 1 is a big movement. So I choose, this feels like one chord and a little bit of a let go. So I do it like that. I do, what I showed so far is all 1/4. Maybe this one, in the third measure, you can do 1/3 if you want. So that's what I do.